They beat us earlier in the groups, so we're looking to get our revenge.
We are super confident.
Super confident. Speaking of super confident, how cool is your trash talk? Come on, trash talk. Everybody has trash talk gaming.
Get ready, we are coming.
That's the trash talk? Oh, Dundee, no. What about you? Come on, you got to step up a game.
I hope DTN can give us a good game.
That's not a trash talk. The trash talk is like, watch me. Team DeToNator, you're going down. That's, you get it, right? No? All right.
First game of the grand finals at COBX Masters.
It's supposed to be kind of doing okay against creeps like this. Tanking, it just doesn't seem to matter.
Also,
it's being able to start out with the orb that I think really breaks the Nature's Prophet. Who's going to join for this fight? Solo. My Solo is going to go down. You see, he tried to actually draw the aggro of the neutral creeps.
Especially if you're not pulling into the neutral camp.
My Solo in trouble once again. A little bit surprising.
You think he pops everything he gets to kill?
Maybe.
It's close.
Level 1 mana shield.
I mean, he's got only Viper Strike on 1.
But at the same time, was it worth the risk? Maybe he didn't know. That would have been just another disaster for DeToNator. So they're going to go back in here. Sam H catching 1437 off the TV. Double chains up the top with the Rod of Atos onto that Ember Sphere. Fortunately, he got the Flame Guard off and doesn't
quite
take
have
a whole
the
lot of
damage anymore.
damage.
Bellows just walking in, though. Does have the ulti.
Is going to be able to catch the 1437 one more time with a glimpse back into TV way. He's going to be good. There goes that Ravage locking down the Vengeful Spirit. Goes down, gets a Magic Missile off first. Now with that Epicenter slowing down Dendy. They really want this kill. They know that Dendy's been pretty farmed up through this game. They will be able to kill him. Bill actually coming over to try and help out his ally. Fortunately, he read the fact there was no more stuns left once the chains as well as the Burst Strike was used. So he is able to get away. Medusa still not falling too far behind the Terror Blade, despite the fact that Raven has been totally free farming. He's going to push back RR here, but he is going to be a little bit caught. And the rest of his team is way too far away. There's no way they can get to him in time. He's going to try and go for the Manta. Sunder can't actually get it. Zephyr actually completed that TP. The rest of the team is now here, and DeToNators have definitely read that Bello is here, and they do not want to get caught by a big Ravage. Looks like they may just leave the Vengeful Spirit behind here. Who's going to try and duck into the trees, hide away, but is pulled back by the Glimpse. No chance of getting out.
You know, she's already level 15.
Yeah. That talent is a killer for high ground pushes. Uh-oh.
Nice coil.
That is going to be coil snapping on a lot of people. Look at that. That AoE magic damage is doing so much work. 1437 as well as Dendy. Looks like they may be left behind. Wait, they have a stun? They don't have a stun. Dendy gets out.
I mean,
This
even
is where this smoke gank has got to work out for Tigers. They're going to push into the high ground. They're going to find RR. Now, lock him down with a Static Storm. Good swap, though, from the Vengeful Spirit. Will be able to save. Trade out the 4 position for the 5.
with the commitment of this TV meta, like they just want to go in. They're going in for Roshan right now. They have all their spells. It's going to be a 4-on-5. They're going to find 1437 first. It's getting quite low, 80 HP to him.
Gonna get into Roshan before it dies. It's a 4 versus 4 now. They are going to be able to get the gaze out. Medusa just running inside. Doesn't actually run inside the pit. Ravage goes down and they will be able to pick up that Aegis. Raven now locked down. Okay, managed to pop the Manta to get rid of that Rod of Atos. In the back line, the Ember Spear trying to finish off that Viper. Ben-Hur completely out of mana though and being chased by Velo. RR jumps right on top of that Tidehunter trying to get away from Raven. But I don't see a way Tide's going to be able to catch him. As it is. Scam. Oh, got pushed out. It's going to be able to Remnant on top of Zephyr. And with the Yules. Stops him once again. We did have a coil coming out. They're going to get +1 here as 1437 just a little bit too close. And RR looking to be able to snatch that one up now. 1437 has no real way to get out of here.
And they're pinging mid too.
Whoa!
They're saying, go on, Dendy.
Tigers, what is happening? 1 pickoff turns to 2. Is it going to be 3 or is it going to be a massive turnaround as the Ravage goes down onto 2 on top of another Toxin? Sam H, another Toxin pursuing him out. Fortunately, he is so tanky. He'll have a chance he'll be able to survive until the Tide catches up again with another round of Anchor Smash. Now, they've got to be feeling pretty confident with this timing. They may not have the level 25 on Medusa, but they do have that Scotty.
Gonna run into 1437 first. The rest of his team in the back line. Dendi.
Oh, the Bro Strike whisk there from Sam H. Despite the vision that they had, they also didn't get a good coil out. What happens here, DeToNators? They got into what was supposed to be a good fight, and it turns into disaster for them.
The buyback from 1437. He's gonna collapse to the rest of his team. And just an awkward engagement. They were under the shrine. DOTA was on the low ground.
I mean, they had vision and everything. They should have been like, totally planned this out.
Yes, that should have been an easy engagement for them.
Let's get the two-man coil swap back, or let's get the two-man burrow strike or something. They just, with so many abilities there on what should have been a clean initiation. Ben Hurricane still sitting on the front lines though here with the BKB, and that meta is going to run out soon.
Skem trying to catch.
Definitely big one. Skem just dives right in, trying to catch as many heroes as possible, and as they turn, there goes the Stone Gaze. Ben Hurricane continues to pursue Dendi. His damage is not great with the Crimson Guard, but eventually, oh, never mind. With the Ravage going out, they're quickly going to turn on this Medusa, who pops the Manta, still trying to finish off Dendi, who's still somehow alive, but Skem will be able to kill one, but our Medusa is quickly falling as the Scytheheads are controlled up. There's just too many heroes up. Tigers commit heavily for this fight, but it's a massive win. They had to buy back for some of this, but being able to secure this Roshan 2, we're talking about needing to end the game, having this Aegis and Cheese is all important.
They just have to ignore this Tidehunter. It makes it so hard.
It's kind of wandering around in that mid lane earlier, but there it is, 1,000 mana. Oh, that's going to be tough to beat. They are going to be able to catch out, fly solo. That Force Staff will definitely not save him.
If you're Ben-Hur, you're trying to get that Mystic Snake mana steal. Like
Someone
I've seen the last 14 fights. Like I know how I can already tell how the story goes. Man, you're not gonna live. Oh,
okay, that's one sign. Another sign, RR tries to come in, disrupt things, and the Epicenter actually going down. They baited out Skem, and maybe they can turn things around at least to be able to kill the Furion here. Velo kind of seems out of the question so far, but the Furion is definitely a pickoff. Now they can just get out, use all that mobility to be able to get away, unless Sam H gets topped by the glyphs. So it will be a trade-off. That's a core for a support trade-off, but
yeah, everyone's starting to turn 25.
Skem
making their way up.
To dodge that Rod of Atos.
I like it. They're trying to connect to Skem right now. With the Disruptor dead, he's trying to force them over here. He's going to get
out of the Sprout. Good play from Zephyr. That's going to be side one. Ravage out, and finally, Skem, who had been causing issues this entire game.
A little bit too late on that.
Trying to catch Skem, will be able to get one side into the second one. The Yule Scepter goes off, actually making sure the Ravage doesn't go down. Nice two-man Burrow Strike in the back line by Sam H. Going to be activated. Static Storm goes out, but the BKBs are already in. Velo is going to be able to get off the Ravage, get swapped back into his death. Raven standing tall with that Metamorphosis, but his damage, he can't really lay it into the Medusa. She's too tanky. Now the Epicenter is going to come in and make sure the backline, again, always
Velo
going for the
refreshes.
switchy backline. The Ravage goes in for Velo. Raven is now able to kill another support. The scores, they have to kill Sam H at the bare minimum. They will be able to do that much. Asunder onto Ben-Hur, brings Raven back up to full HP. Now with the glimpse as well. Force Staff into the high ground. Good play from Ben-Hur, and now he's hitting from that high ground. Raven is pursuing all the way. Really needs to be able to kill this Dusa, but he's getting dodged up too much. There's too many stuns for him. He's laying the damage now into the silence. It finally worked. Another Toxin 25 talent makes sure that Skemberloo cannot get away as the Ember Spirit. He's going to be forcing the buyback with a two-man stun. Once again, Satanic activated. They're controlling up Raven, making sure he can't lifesteal. Even the Spirit Vessel being laid in to make sure he doesn't lifesteal that much. Yule Scepter on himself allows the puck to be able to survive. Finally, it's going to be the Aegis. Two-man Burrow Strike in his backline again. There's going to be Dendi as well as 1437, who are both going to die here. A stun onto Raven, make sure he can't TP out. That's going to be 2 deaths for him. An Aegis, a Refresher Shard, a Cheese. It doesn't seem to matter. DeToNators are still able to make the big
on the
hold.
Tidehunter.
At 15 minutes with a dieback on Tide, it is looking like this game has thoroughly turned around. DeToNators wipe Tigers and can now push for the high ground, forcing those buybacks.
They lost nothing there. They had to use the buybacks, but no racks were taken. Only a tier 3 tower. That was the buyback committed on the Tidehunter. You see Dendi already committed. He's like, there's no way that you might as well start the timer now.
Yeah.
There's no point in waiting for it because they know Tide doesn't have buyback.
And is it even possible for them to hold this without the Tide?
They won't have Tide, they won't have Disruptor, they know about both of those buybacks. They know at best it's a 3-on-5.
And Meta is still down for 40 seconds as well. DeToNators, they could just hit tier 3 and go straight for throne.
Yeah, and the buyback is committed from the Terrorblade. And what an impossible
Here comes that
position.
Divine Rapier too. They are all in on the damage now for Ben-Hur. Loaded up, going to the high ground. Sam H starts laying in with Bro Strike locked down onto 2. Dendi trying to get back to Sam H. Actually turning. He's going to go for our arc with the Eul Scepter and get on buyback. It's over. Dendi, he's dead as well. No buybacks whatsoever. Tigers, they have lost this. DeToNators have completed the comeback. They defended the high ground long enough, and then one full sweep straight to the throne is all it takes for this game 1.
Wow, what a turnaround. I can't actually believe they lost this game as Raven, I mean, he's trying to get in the middle of them.
But he knows he can't stop the damage on the throne. Game 2 of this grand finals between Tigers and DeToNator, Coddle as well as Trolls. So now it's just level 2s versus level 1s and a 3 versus 3, and Fly Solo has already been slowed down quite a bit. Gets the stun out onto the Troll, but finally the Earth Spirit's going to show up, gets the slow onto Fly Solo, and that is going to be your first blood for Zephyr.
I think we're going to have to wait until the pressure comes from
Bottom lane, again, they tried to go for Sam H, but now it's going to be Zephyr who ends up falling. Raven still going to try and cut him. Cuts down the trees, managed to get onto Sam H, gets the ensnare, and that should be enough unless Sam H can somehow juke his way out of this one. Slowed down, though, by Raven. And now Raven's actually going to start the war here. Fly Solo does have level 2 of the War Cry, so he's going to be pretty tanky to all this physical damage. Skem is just going to kite Raven around best as possible. Dendy's going to try and give him the space with that avalanche. The toss back, another good play from Dendy. That's actually going to put RR in range of the tower shot, but with Ben-Hur here as well. That is... Sam H is going to come in from behind with a dust. A cute little play. Stormbolt as well as the beautiful Coddle. Look at that one with the blast coming in. The Luna pops her ultimate, does manage to get some damage back. Dendy, with all those stats, is able to survive through all that damage, and Ben-Hur ends up falling even as he stole away so much damage. The Urn actually doesn't hit onto the Luna and will not kill Skems, so the two of them are both going to survive here.
Now they're trying to force this bottom tower.
Tigers. This is some balls on them. Not only taking the tier 2, but also defending this tier 1. If it's successful, the DeToNators are just going to walk away with nothing, which is exactly what happens. They lose Fly Solo. So Dendy with the stat builds, going for the Shadow Blades, and almost has it too, but maybe caught before he's able to grab it. TP coming in from Raven. It looks like Tigers are going to try and fight this one as best as possible. DeToNators have already gotten the pick off on one, though. If they can catch Raven as well, it'd be really big, but the Rod of Atos isn't back up yet.
Okay, let's see.
1437 coming in from the side of the Will-O-Wisp, but he just gets ripped apart by that Rage who'd already stolen up so much damage. Zephyr barely managed to make it out as well. Bello went in with his epicenter, but everybody from DeToNator is so tanky, and this is not good for Tigers
I told you.
You wait for the mistake, and it looks like they found it. I cannot believe that Tigers went to Dendy's aid.
Yeah, no, this happens all the time. They can't really touch him.
Look at this, they're baiting out Sam H, I think, because I saw them smoking up and rotating over this area. I think they're trying to see if Bello will go on him. Bello hasn't taken the bait just yet, but it's Zephyr who wrapped around and did kind of take that bait and gets caught for it. Sam H managed to get the kill on him. Looks like they're going to catch Dendy as well. Once again, DeToNator so smart in setting up these fights. It looks like they are going to start, they're going to smoke up, move on through. Sam H is going to be revealed here. This is going to be the pickoff. DeToNators.
Should just let him have this? Don't make this.
DeToNators do not make the same mistake the Tigers did, right? They didn't try and bail him out. They say, we're cutting our losses. Okay. Didn't cut our losses well enough. Oh no, Ben-Hur. It's okay to lose one core, but then to lose two.
Yeah, see, you shouldn't get that kill. Never, ever. So now Tigers are kind of the same. And he went travels and sunking too, so his net worth is...
Oh, what a beautiful smoke this is. They're going to run into Raven here. Raven's going to be silenced up. He may not be able to save himself with a battle trance here. He may just fall, and sure enough, he does. Fly Solo, and going to be able to block Zephyr as well. Make sure he cannot roll away. That is 2 dead. You can see Skem is already trying to tilt 1437 as they know they have won the fight, and they're just going to catch even more. With Dandy's going to fall as well. But Ben-Hur managed to get out the BKB in time. They didn't chain stun him in time, and now he's going to be able to drain all of Dendy's damage and turn that into the sport. 1437's already dead. Raven has to run back to the base here. Bello does manage to blink before the damage tags him.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Bello These 4 staffs are doing a lot to make sure that Tigers are not getting picked up more than just 1 or 2 heroes at a time, but losing later racks this early is going to feel real bad.
Another sad thing about like no blink on Tiny, right, is you can't do these cute, cool plays. You know,
You can't do the blink toss back, yeah.
A lot of utility just disappears.
It kills a lot of your high ground defense. An extra 10 armor for the Razor as well with that 20 talent. It feels like a lot of this is going to come down to Dendy and what kind of initiation he can get here with the toss back.
Yeah, you want to get him back. You want to make them waste their beacon. Here we go.
Jumps in, Ben Hur, it's going to toss him back straight into the beautiful Burrow Strike from Bello. They chained that very well, but they didn't get the follow-up there. 1437 doesn't manage to get the Will-O-Wisp out in time. And now, well, 1 BKB down, but Scam has popped his BKB. He's laying all that damage into Dendy. Dendy barely makes it out alive, but Raven may not be as lucky as an Ethereal Blade just wipes him out. A good epicenter out from Bello, but it's not enough to actually kill any of these heroes. And 1437 just calls it. Crazy game 2. DeToNators just 2-0 Tigers just like that. I mean, it was a grind